I'm Tulsa World meteorologist Kirsten Lang. Let's talk about storm reports from last night. Unfortunately, tornado confirmations late in the evening. These came through around 11:30 p.m. as a very potent storm moved across the far northeastern kind of quadrant of the state. And that included areas like Claremore and Pryor, and unfortunately in Mayes County, two believed to have passed from these storms. So, of course, this is going to take National Weather Service several days to go out to the sites, survey them, and then determine the strength and size of these tornadoes. But we do want to talk about the storm reports that have come in so far. The first, as I mentioned, Claremore, Rogers County. This was a storm that was confirmed by spotters, of course, also on radar, and it happened right around 11:27 to 11:28 p.m. That storm continued to move to the east, and this was just north of the Tulsa metro. In fact, sirens didn't even go off in portions of Tulsa County because it was just north of us, but this area just skirted just north and continued to push pretty much due east throughout the evening. So there's Claremore. Then the next was over in Teowa, Rogers County. This is being described as a campground that was east of Claremore, was likely struck by the tornado as debris was shown on the radar, and then rescues were ongoing at the time. That again was at 11:36 p.m. And that storm just continued, as I mentioned, to push east. Holiday weekend, lots of people out at the lake. Here's Mayes County, as I was talking about earlier, two believed to have passed from this storm. That was at 12:26 a.m., so it took about an hour then for that to make its way towards the east, and then it continued to push into Arkansas into the early morning hours of Sunday. So a very large, violent, and unfortunately fatal storm that occurred last night over a holiday weekend with lots of people that were, of course, out and about when they typically would not have been. So things are going to quiet down for us here in Oklahoma for the next couple of days, but our next chance for seeing any showers or possibly any storms is going to be coming by Tuesday and Wednesday of this upcoming week. And of course, we'll continue to monitor any developments that we get from the National Weather Service and any confirmations on these sites as they're being surveyed over the next several days ahead.